Hello! I thought I'd do a quick video for you Patreon followers or patrons who are in the higher tier, the higher tiers actually. So I've only got a couple of you at the moment. Hopefully there'll be more in the future, but I thought I'd do a quick video and talk a little bit about my writing day and process. And you may notice that I'm actually walking along the canal, and there's Blue in the distance, or just down there actually. He's stopped having a sniff about. You can see the canal, and if I hold the camera that way you can see the canal behind me as well. And this is part of my writing day. Actually, I'll hold it that side, then you can see the canal. This is part of my writing day, which is going for a walk with the dog at lunchtime. Now, I didn't really want to get the dog. It was my wife and daughter's idea, and they pushed for a long time about getting him, and I really didn't want to, because I knew that it would fall to me to do most of the looking after and the cleaning up and all of that. But I have to say that now that I'm writing full-time and I'm at home on my own a lot, I actually really enjoy having his company, but also having to leave the house and actually get out and take a walk, because I think otherwise, you know, it's a very sedentary lifestyle writing, and I'll just be sitting at home all day writing and doing little else. So actually I'm really pleased that we've got Blue now. And he's very well behaved and he enjoys this, and I'm also really pleased at the moment that the weather started to get a bit better. It's still a bit overcast, as you can see, but it's not freezing cold, it's not raining. We've had a pretty grim few months, a lot of rain. It's very muddy. The field where I often take Blue, it's so muddy I can't be bothered to take him there. He gets so disgustingly dirty. But really part of this video I wanted to sort of just to talk about was my writing process, and how inspiration can come from anywhere as well, and how, you know, I live only a few minutes, about 15 minutes walk, 10 minutes walk from this canal. This is the Kennet and Avon Canal. Obviously it's a lot later in history that this canal was built than the books that I'm writing, but obviously it is, you know, water with rushes that you can see now beside them, and there's wildlife and, you know, lots of things going on. So I've actually got inspiration from, I used to cycle along here quite a lot before we had the dog, and I've got inspiration in the first few Bernicia Chronicles books. I think might be The Cross and the Curse. Bearbrand goes along the Tweed River, the Tweedy River, and watches a heron. That was direct inspiration from a bike ride. I was coming along here, and there was a heron across the other side, and every time that I cycled along here I'd see a heron in the same spot. So obviously they're quite territorial, and so I would sit and, you know, stop my bike and sit and watch him sometimes, and really enjoyed that. And of course it made its way into the books, and of course, as I was mentioning about Blue, he's been a direct inspiration in my latest book, Wolf of Wessex. If you've read it, there's a big hound called Odin, and he's described as, I think I described him as, you know, a really big sort of merle hound, so grey and black and white, and, well, a little bit like, if I can see him, a little bit like Blue, but a lot bigger than Blue, as you can see Blue there sniffing around. So yeah, like Blue, but but a lot bigger and tougher, pretty much the way I think Dunstan is me, but a lot braver and tougher. So I have quite I have this idea that Dunstan is this, you know, middle-aged man that I wish I was, you know, tough and able to survive off the land and dispatch justice to the evil and the bad, saving damsels in distress. And Blue is a much smaller dog, but he would love to be this big hound that's able to rip out men's throats if they get on the wrong side of him. So those are some of the sorts of inspiration that come to me when I'm walking. Having this break in the day is a great moment just to think about what I'm writing, and often the next ideas come to me. Or, you know, if I've got a difficult question or that I need to answer, something that's not quite working, sometimes just having this peace and tranquility of a walk really helps to put things in perspective. Sometimes ideas just jump out at you and just come to you, and often, you know, I'll see something, or, you know, just look at something that's happening around me or on the canal or wherever I'm walking in, you know, if I'm walking in farmland or fields or whatever, and something will just trigger some sort of inspiration that maybe will spark the next piece of writing. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying here is walking is good. For many reasons. Inspiration can come anywhere, and at the moment I'm not really thinking about writing so much as editing, because I'm in that first phase of editing of my new book, A Time for Swords, and I'm a little bit more relaxed when I'm writing. I get my head down, I write every day, Monday to Friday, at least 2,000 words a day. I often feel sort of quite stressed out if I don't manage to get the words down. At the moment I'm going through much more of a relaxed phase, which is just going through and doing the edits, filling in some of the gaps, and then probably next week I'll have finished that edit, and I'll print out a full hard copy of the book, and I'll then start a read through. So that's when I actually just read it for the first time, as almost like a new reader, because I've forgotten half of what I've written. I don't go back and read it over and over again whilst writing. So I really enjoy that phase, and that's when I make a lot of notes, and I find typos and things, but I also make notes where maybe I need to add some extra information, and stuff like that, and then I do that. And so probably by the end of what will that be, the end of February, I'll have probably done that read through and made notes, and at that point I'll be thinking about sending the book out for beta readers. So more on that in the future. Thanks very much for being patrons. I really appreciate it, and I hope this is interesting, and I promise to do some more videos soon. And I know I've been asked already to do something about names and how I choose names for characters, and that's on my to-do list, so I will be doing that at some point. Probably won't do the videos as frequently as the written posts, but probably, you know, video at least every month, I should think, but maybe once every couple of weeks or something like that. Okay, thanks very much again, and I hope you're enjoying the Patreon site and the information and posts that I'm putting up there. If there's anything that you'd like to see, or, please comment, send me a message, let me know. Thanks again. Bye.